welcome to gleaming State Farm City, the home field of the Cardinals in Glendale, Arizona. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion.
Okay.
The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. And it's a direct snap. Breaks free. That's a solid gain out of the Wildcat, but not enough for the first down.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Gain makes it second and medium. He'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Looking to convert on third down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Direct snap. Breaks an open space. Defense makes the tackle, but that Wildcat look does produce a first down.
Well, if you're going to win a national championship, when you get to third downs, you got to find a way to convert. And here on this opening drive, it's exactly what this offense has been able to do. This time on the ground, keep those sticks moving.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. The Wildcat look picks up a solid gain, but they're still short of the first.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. They get him down, but not before an explosive run play on this Wildcat look. It's a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
This Mississippi State offense is quickly moving down the field. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Important second down play coming up. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Anytime the offense can have any kind of success stretching the defense horizontally, puts the defense in a really tough spot. They'll have to adjust to these types of motion plays going forward, because the more the offense can stretch you out, the more they can hit those vertical seams.
Gain enough to set up first down now at the 39.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Mississippi State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw.
Ooh.
Down he goes. It's a sack.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. And it's a direct snap. Breaks into open space. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Bulldogs. They strike first in this national title bout. In a national championship game, you cannot do a better job of setting the tone immediately, Kirk.
Well, it's the biggest game of the year, so you've got to bring your best. On the opening drive, the offense did just that. That's how you get this thing started.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. You talk about an unforgettable moment for that guy. A kick return for a touchdown in the championship game.
Chris, I didn't know if he had the speed to be able to take it all the way back to the end zone. Initially had some good blocks to spring him free, and then was just outrunning some angles that some of the kickoff coverage team had. Nice play.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Direct snap. Look out, room to run here. As the first down is still going. They bring him down, but the Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
What the hell?
What the hell?
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. And it's a direct snap. Breaks into the clear. Out past the 30. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Way too much speed in that play.
Well, this is what this running back
There's nothing you didn't say. I could play real good back there.
One touch away from a huge play, and here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner steps out at the 20. That's where the offense will take over.
Oh my goodness.
That's moving receivers around now before the snap. The shotgun running play call.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing their running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. It's important to have some sense of balance, so throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
So it's Mississippi State on top so far. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. It's an out route, the catch made. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or they'll check him out. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun now on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And that is a first down game. Moves the ball to the 40.
So it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Caught quickly. Breaks loose at the 45. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Green Wave. This quarterback on fire today. And this national championship game is now dead easy. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
Extra point splits the uprights. The BAT ties the game here in the second quarter. So at the point of the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to put it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Direct snap. Breaks free.
Oh,
Inside the 40. At the 20. At the 10. All the way to the end zone. They can't catch it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
It doesn't matter. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job. The running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
PAT puts them in front by 7.
You're on some fucking nut shit. Drawing ass young.
He got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. That mistake sets the offense up at the 40. Gonna run it. It's Booker. Going absolutely nowhere.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Short connection with a tight end here. The sophomore with a strong tackle.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Makes a quick grab. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down.
Great job by this defensive tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker. And a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
So what's the call going to be? It's fourth down and short right from midfield. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He can't connect the gamble. Doesn't pay off.
it's actually, I'm not going to do that.
Fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job at knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Breaks into the clear.
Yeah.
Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Like, bro, when it doesn't do anything else, though.
Touchdown, and this game alone, this guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after scoring a touchdown. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there.
I thought my nigga just, I don't know how he doesn't touch that pass. I don't know why, how the ball fell down. That's right, bro, there's no defense for it.
Costing them 6 points, and they bounce back here. Quarterback looking to scramble. He'll earn the first down, but paid for it with a hard hit.
God, I love to see a quarterback willing to
Who that be using that?
on the line for his teammates. What a
Who that be using that? I only use that play a couple times.
And going right back to the huddle, you can see his teammates patting him on the back.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
No.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly.
Quarterback run in a fucking
Second down play coming up.
wildcat jump.
Or snap to the back.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to
Yes, that shit really.
matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
On third down, he drops to throw. The receiver grabs it. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
First down here for this offense.
It really doesn't matter.
Some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. The tight end makes the catch downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quick throw, the catch is made. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Seventh play of the drive coming up.
Not a lot of people actually say this meet. What do you guys say
Quarterback
that?
looking to pass here on second down. Grab
Grab
behind the line with Spooker. Finding some room at the 25. They finally stop him all the way down to the 6-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big game for this offense.
Play sets up a great opportunity. First and goal just outside the 5. The shotgun handoff here. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Gotta give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Ball back at the 6 for second and goal after a loss. Looking for a man. Moves out of the pocket. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Yeah, respect Mississippi State, bro. At least you get a chance. The game didn't give you a chance playing against this nigga.
This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner is brought down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. And it's a direct snap. He's got room to run.
Idiot.
They can't stop him. They get him down, but not before an explosive run play. This Wildcat look. It's a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. Follow them, keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Nowhere to run. Up for Allen for no gain.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
They'll put up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. He shreds the tackle.
Oh, come on,
He's
dude.
going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce out to the outside. There's just no room to run.
They stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it brings up a fourth down.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
He's in the clear. That's the 20.
That's good.
They
So
finally
weak,
make the
bro.
tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. One more play before they head to the locker room. Direct snap. Running with purpose.
Oh, dude.
Out of the Wildcat, but not enough for the first down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. The field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. The Tulane offense is back out on the field now. Looking for a fast start here at the beginning of the third quarter. Down by a couple of possessions. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looks to the left, and it's complete.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And the pass is incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
How the fuck you get up there?
The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here, put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to fourth down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
Motion now from the tight end.
What's your stupid ass back over there?
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He's past the marker and still going. You make the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Snags a quick throw. And they got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. And they're trying to punch it in here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
The receiver makes the catch. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. Kurt, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And the PAT is good. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. And it's a direct snap. Now, when he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the Wildcat look.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain.
Now, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab down the middle. It's Powell. He's stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Here comes the 4th down play. Offense in the Wildcat. And the defense on alert. Direct snap. Oh, they stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, here we are in the second half, and this run defense is living up to their billing as a top 10 run defense. This running back can't get anything going and is still yet to break 20 yards on the ground for the game.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, this defense just flies to the football. So gap sound up front with a defensive line and linebackers coming downhill. Safeties involved. One of the best run defenses in college football.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Incomplete. He was good as he threw the ball. That It's a big third down defensive play.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Fourth down, look at the throw for it. Let's it fly to the wideout.
What? Are you kidding me?
Turnover on downs.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play.
No.
Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice.
This
The
nigga
ball
just
is on the
dropped
money.
the ball.
All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. The wildcat look doesn't get much that time. Just a few in the play.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And it's a wildcat look here as they try to convert on third down. Direct snap. He gets loose. They bring him down. The wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. Third and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
And it's a direct snap. Nothing doing in that play. The big
No,
D
tell
tackle
him
there
it's gonna
for
be
the stop.
fucking Bill.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. They come to the line in the wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run phase. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Looking to convert on third down. They come to the line in the wildcat formation. And it's a direct snap. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. So it's Mississippi State on top so far, Kirk. We've reached the end of the third quarter of this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. They'll run the option. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it?
Yeah, this game is so fast, bro.
What a great job by this defense of stringing out that option and making the quarterback hesitant on whether to keep or to pitch. And because he was hesitant, it allowed the defense to get to him to knock that ball loose.
Defense not fooled by the wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all
Shoot the fucking ball.
just thinking about running the
Shoot the
football.
fucking ball, please.
Help block the
Fucking
defensive
son.
end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the
He's
quarterback,
consuming.
but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Ball carrier tackled there.
Boy, what an incredible job here by this defense on third down. Now to set up a pivotal fourth down play. Question is, does the offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win?
And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And it's good right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Mistake by the kicker, and the offense will set up now at the 40. Off the play fake on first down. Receiver makes the grab. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Haven't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
One explosive play has this offense set up just outside the red zone now with the first down. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there. The offense threatening close to the goal line with a new set of downs. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. It's a second and goal play for the offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on a jet sweep.
How do you not
And on second goal, the offense goes with the speed to try to get the ball out to the edge. But how about this defense? Not only are they physical, but here they show what kind of speed they have as well.
Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Great catch when they desperately needed it. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Direct snap. Past the 30. Here he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He broke away and they couldn't catch him.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Extra point puts him up 9 now. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. The Tulane offense is back out on the field now. When it comes down to this, they need to create some fourth quarter magic here or this national championship will slip away. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Looking to pass here on second down.
Get out of here, bro.
Throws it right into double
Skin
coverage.
is so fucking good, bro.
Mississippi State.
What
The
the fuck is that?
defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school. Shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands. Takes it in for a touchdown.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The defense is coming after him. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. National championship game comes down to this. They've got to get points right now. Serious urgency. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down after a short gain there.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Takes the handoff, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Booker. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 play. And he drops back in the gun. Grabbed by the receiver. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into...
Looking downfield near the end zone. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. Well, they spot a holding call. That'll back them up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Looking to throw again. He's running out of time here. Just trying to get rid of it. Just flings it out of bounds with pass rush closing in.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having it.
Breaks into the clear. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's dropped by an excellent defensive player. A chance at a takeaway. Got away from him. Don't see that often.
Boy, oh boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series. Almost has another one here. He's got to start taking better care of the football.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. It's dropped.
Oh my dude, throw the motherfucking ball.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in the football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Pressure is coming. The pass falls incomplete. A big 4th down stop for this defense.
Well, Chris, they just had to go for us here. With the time that they have left, down by a couple possessions, really didn't have much of a choice. A really good effort to go for it and try to keep this game alive, just not enough.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be
Nikolai's wife is gonna pick us up at 10 tomorrow.
defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short game.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Broken tackle.
Yeah, this game is
He's in
fast.
the clear. They finally stop him. Big play. Moves the ball to the 22.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
First down. We're going to throw the football. On the move now. Gets rid of it on the move. It's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up.
Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the route is on.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution.
They
How
can
they're
go
going about
good
their
for that
business.
bullshit.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Game is fucking stupid.
Kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On first and 10 here, we're going to throw the ball. Looking for a late deep shot.
Even when he burned his niggas, bro.
The catch is made way
Wow.
downfield. That's a big
Bitch, why the
gain.
fuck you ain't do that?
Use that when this football game was still in
Fuck
doubt.
this shit.
And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tulane.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
And it's caught in the end zone for a two-point conversion to cut into this lead.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver. Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all. And that'll do it. We have a
What's the respect of the game? You think it was 5 and fucking 7? Oh my goodness. I ain't gonna lie. This might be my last season. I shouldn't have left Tulane. Fuck this shit. Okay, that nigga's gone. That nigga's gone. That nigga's gone. He's probably gone. He's gone. He's gone. Whole team leaving. Yeah. Man, not one nigga. This way, stay. Ain't that so?